Today I'm going to be reading off all of the skeletal muscles in the human body. I figured this would be a good, what would you say, accompaniment, I think is the word, in the language series that I've been doing. It seems like people really want to explore language videos as a option for tingles, and I figured why not do a little bit of scientific Latin or Greek. I'm not sure if it's all Latin or all Greek when it comes to designating scientific words. I think it can be used interchangeably. I think it just depends. To my knowledge, it's mostly Latin. So we're going to go through, I believe this is saying that there are 30 muscle groups within the human body. Now, I don't believe that that is all of the muscles that the human body has. I believe that the human body has a lot more muscles than what is listed here. I think it's just listing off the major muscle groups. So, without further ado, let's go down the list together. Let's see. Number 1. Occipitofrontalis. 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 Occipitofrontalis is the number. Number 1 is the muscle group in your forehead. Number 2, temporoparientalis. 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 Temporoparientalis is the muscle group on the side of your head, near your temples. Number 3, orbicularis oculi. Orbicularis oculi. Orbicularis oculi. This muscle group controls your eyelids and your eye movement. Number 4, levator labii superior. Levator labii superior. Levator labii superior. This muscle group is in your cheekbones. Number 5, masticatory. 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 Masticatory are located in your jaw. Number 6, sternocleidomastoideus. 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 mastoideus. Mastoideus. This muscle group is in your neck, the front of your neck. It's when you tense your neck, you feel like these cords along the side of your trachea, your Adam's apple, as some people call it. These muscles here are sternocleidomastoideus. Number 7, orbicularis oris. Orbicularis oris. Orbicularis oris. Orbicularis oris is, I guess it's somewhere in like your lower cheek, near like, it's like along the side of your jaw, near your mouth. Number 8, deltoides. 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 Your deltoideus is the front of your shoulder. It's your major muscle group, especially on the front of your shoulder. Let's see. Number 9, trapezius. 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 This muscle is along your, is it your scapula? No. What do you call your shoulder blades? Are those your scapula? Either way, it's your shoulder blades. The trapezius goes along your shoulder blades and connects to your spine. It's like from the meaty part of your shoulder to your spine. Let's see. Number 10 is pectoralis major. Pectoralis major, pectoralis major, pectoralis major. Your pectoralis major is located in your chest. Your chest. Yeah. Let's see. Number 11 is your latissimus dorsi. Latissimus dorsi. Latissimus dorsi. Latissimus dorsi. Your latissimus dorsi is what some people call your wings. It is the muscle group it's not underneath, but like below your shoulder blades. So your trapezius is here. Your latissimus dorsi is along the backside underneath your shoulder blades and connects to the rest of your back and your spine. Your latissimus dorsi is the largest muscle in your back. Let's see. Where was I? Number 12. Triceps brachii. I don't know if it's spelled with 2 I's at the end, so I don't know if that's a E sound or an I sound. I think it's meant to be like an I sound when it's 2 I's. I've been saying it as if it's an E. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be an I sound when it's 2 I's. Latin's weird. Anyway, triceps brachii, triceps brachii, triceps brachii, and your triceps brachii is in your triceps. It's back here. So there are 3 muscles in the back of your arm. That's why it's called triceps. And the next one is biceps brachii, biceps brachii, biceps brachii. And it's called your biceps because there are only 2 muscles in the front of your arm. So technically speaking, it's easier to have big triceps than it is to have big biceps. But in popular media, we are obsessed with having large biceps because it is easier to just lift your arm up and flex. And I guess it is a flex if you have large biceps because it's harder to make those muscles as big as your triceps can be. Your arm has more muscles in the back of it than it does in the front. So when you're flexing, it's kind of hard to see with, I have to get taller. If you work out your triceps as much as you do your biceps, when you flex, your triceps will always look more defined than your biceps. So it just is what it is. It's how the human body is designed. So don't feel bad if you have small biceps. As long as you're working out, that's what's important. All right, where was I? Serratus anterior is number 14. Serratus anterior, serratus anterior. Your serratus anterior is the muscle leading into your abs. How do I explain it? Okay, so let me just show you the diagram. So on here, your serratus anterior is that muscle. So your pectoris, your pecs are up here, your chest is here. What was it called? I forgot the name already. Serratus anterior are the muscles above your abs but below your chest. So it's those 3 bands right there. All right. Number 15 is your rectus abdominis. Rectus abdominis. Rectus abdominis. Rectus abdominis. And your rectus abdominis is your abs. Especially, let's see. Okay, so your rectus abdominis is, let's see. The drawing isn't super detailed when it comes to your muscles, but your rectus abdominis is, if it'll focus, is right there. It's the muscle connecting your abs to your hips. It's your outer muscle that allows you to bend side by side like this, in conjunction with like your spinal muscles. Like all of your muscles work together. especially like in your trunk, which is like your torso. Speaking of your torso, the next muscle is obliquus externus abdominis. Obliquus externus abdominis. Obliquus externus abdominis. And that is your obliques. Is that correct? I thought your obliques were your side muscles, but I could be wrong. Or this diagram could be wrong. I don't know. But according to this diagram, your oblique externus abdominis is your abs right here. The ones that go just above your belly. Not above, like they are where your belly is, where where everybody wants abs. That's what your oblique externus abdominis is, which is your belly. I could be wrong. I don't know if this diagram is correct or not, because I thought your obliques were your side muscles. It could just be a typo. They could have switched the two types of ab muscles by mistake. Either way. Next is number 17. Tensor fascia lata. Tensor fascia lata. Tensor fascia lata. Tensor fascia lata is your it's on your hip leading into your thigh. So it is, I believe it is, yeah, it's right there, or here, yeah, here. What was it called again? Tensor fascia lata. So it's the side of your butt, I guess you could say, the side of your thigh, just below your hip bone, or like sitting on your, yeah, it's below your hip bone and like your hip dip and whatever. Let's see. Number 18 is rectus femoris. Rectus femoris. Rectus femoris. Rectus femoris. And your rectus femoris is located more on like the top of your thigh. Yeah. So, in terms of this diagram here, it is this muscle leading into your thigh. And from my understanding, that is the muscle that when you're squatting on the front side of your leg, that's like when you're flexing your leg, like if you're doing like a kick or something, the front of your thigh is where that muscle is, and is usually the one that grows the most because it is like the largest part of your thigh. There are smaller muscles in your thigh that regulate like finer movement, but that muscle is responsible for lifting your leg up and flexing it outward. Next, let's see. Number 19, the gluteus maximus. I think most people know what muscle that is. The gluteus maximus. The gluteus maximus. The gluteus maximus is the meaty, muscly part of your butt. It is the muscle that makes up your butt cheek. Let's see. Number 20 is pronator quadratus. Pronator quadratus. Pronator quadratus. The pronator quadratus is... Okay, so we're moving on to the lower arm. The pronator quadratus is here. It's on the inside of your wrist. I guess it is responsible for like rotating your arm and flexing your arm on the inside, it seems. Let's see. Number 21. Flexor retinaculum. Flexor retinaculum. Retinaculum? Retinaculum. It's a weird word. Flexor retinaculum. Flexor retinaculum. Flexor retinaculum. And the flexor retinaculum is the outside muscle in your wrist or your forearm that's responsible for pulling your hand forward like this. Now let's see. Number 22 is the flexor digitorum communis. Flexor digitorum communis. Flexor digitorum communis. Flexor digitorum communis. And the flexor digitorum communis is the muscle in the palm of your hand that is responsible for closing your hand like this. Your forearm, like the muscles in your forearm are responsible for clenching your hand into a fist, but there are muscles in your hand that are responsible for more finer control of your fingers. In any case, let's move on to number 23. Number 23 is sartorius. 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 And the sartorius is in your inner thigh, wrapping around your knee. I believe that's correct. So your sartorius, if it'll focus, is, so this is your knee, and it's the inner thigh part of where your knee is. that's responsible for like turning your leg inward when you're trying to move when you're doing anything that involves like clenching your legs together or twisting your leg inward for whatever reason. Now let's see here. 24 is quadriceps femoris. Quadriceps femoris. Quadriceps femoris. Quadriceps femoris is I feel like this drawing is not completely correct, or perhaps my understanding of the muscular framework is not as refined as I thought it was. So the quadriceps femoris is, according to this, I think I kicked my microphone. Sorry if that made a loud noise. The quadriceps femoris is located, according to this drawing, the front of your thigh leading into your knee. So I think that the drawing is saying that the quadriceps femoris is right here. So your thigh is here, and then the quadriceps femoris leads into your knee. According to this, I don't know if this one is correct. I just picked the first drawing that I found from Google, I guess. So if this is incorrect, then blame the internet. Don't blame me. Let's see. The number 25 is ischiochorale. This doesn't look like a Latin word. It looks like a Japanese word. Ischiochorale. That doesn't sound Latin. Maybe I'm just pronouncing it incorrectly. Maybe the CH. So it's ISCHIOCRURALE. And I think that the CH might make a K sound rather than a sh sound. Like instead of like, so I think according to the rules of Latin, because I took like a little bit of Latin, ischiochorale, ischiochorale. The ischiochorale is located on the back of your knee, according to this. So it's the pit of your knee, like the literal back of your knee. So the front of your knee has your kneecap, but there's a muscle behind your knee, like on the back side of your leg where your leg bends. I keep trying to like point as if like you can see. Let me just use my finger, I guess. So like pretend that this is your knee, right? The ischiochorale, if that's how it's pronounced, is in the bend of your knee. And that's what allows your knee to flex. Okay. Let's see. The next one is 26. The gastrocnemius. And the gastrocnemius is your calf muscle. Yeah. So the gastrocnemius is the meaty part on the back of your lower leg. According to this, your gastrocnemius is... So here's your knee, and here's your calf. The gastrocnemius is... it might be talking about the entire calf, or just this strand on the inner side of your calf. Next. Number 27. Tibialis anterior. Tibialis anterior. Tibialis anterior. Tibialis anterior. And the tibialis anterior is your shin, the muscle on the front of your leg, where your shin is. According to this, it's this muscle here. Let's see. Number 28 is soleus. Soleus. And the soleus is located on your ankle. It is right here, where your lower leg connects to the ball of your ankle. And this is what allows your foot to flex side to side like this. Excuse me, I had an itch. All right. Number 29. Extensor retinaculum. Extensor retinaculum. And the extensor retinaculum is located on the side of your foot, below the ball of your foot. So the extensor retinaculum is right there. And then finally, the last one on this list is number 30, and it is the triceps surae. And the triceps surae is in your heel. Right there. It is the fatty, muscly part of the back of your heel. And I suppose it connects to the underside of your foot, where your actual heel is, like the padding of your heel. And this helps your foot to flex down. So, like if you're pointing your toes, you would, so this is your foot, right? And then this not only supports your weight with your heel, it also allows you to bend your foot forward and be on your tippy toes. And I know that this is not an exhaustive list. To my knowledge, I think that there's like several hundred muscles in your body. I could be wrong. Let's see. How many muscles are in the human body? Okay, yeah, I was right. There are 600 and one answer says that there's 640 and another answer says 650. So I don't know. I guess it depends on whether or not you want to really split hairs, I suppose, and divide them even more based on grouping or not. But I'm guessing the list that I used was simply for the diagram says skeletal muscles, so I'm assuming that it is being extremely general with what muscle groups it's talking about, and it's not going into immense detail about all the little muscles that go into causing you to flex your fingers and move your facial muscles and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. It was basically going through like the biggest muscles in the human body without going into all the little ones. So either way, I hope you found this educational and fun. And it's always interesting to hear Latin being spoken, whether in a religious aspect or in a scientific aspect. It is exceedingly interesting to see how we as a society decided to use what is essentially a dead language. No one really speaks it anymore, and yet we still technically speak it and use it, but only in specific circumstances such as science and religion. I find it fascinating that we've kept it alive despite it being classified as a dead language. Either way, I hope you had fun today and you were able to relax and maybe even learn something. Yeah, I have nothing for you today. But if you liked this and you want to see more language-based ASMR or rambling or whatever, I will be happy to do so. I think I saw in one of my previous videos a commenter wanted me to speak Dutch, and I don't know if just saying random Dutch words would be fun, or if that commenter sees this video, maybe you can leave a suggestion about what you want me to say. Something like a Dutch poem, or read some quotes from a book in Dutch. We'll see. I'm going to have a bit of fun with this. I'm rambling at this point. I hope you have a good night and you sleep well, and I will see you in the next one. God bless and goodbye.